So our first guest, we're leading right into the show. He's actually the coordinator of an inaugural event, and he hopes that it's actually going to become a safe place for individuals who have come out or are struggling with their identity, and that would be TMI, touched, moved, and inspired, and it celebrates a community of different races, cultures, genders, and sexual orientations. And here now to tell us more about TMI is the coordinator, Victor John Villanueva. Hello and welcome.
Hi, good morning. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. I
Yep.
love the t-shirt.
Thank you.
It's a beautiful, beautiful logo.
Yeah, this was designed by a friend of mine, Zapeng Shu, and he thought that it was the most inappropriate logo for our event.
That's what I was
Yeah.
saying. I'm like, it has
There are
signs of
There
innuendo.
there are things happening here. Yeah, but then we have on the back, we have the entire name of the event. So
Touch, move, and inspired. Beautiful.
Touch, Moved, and Inspired. Yep.
All right, so what inspired you to come up with this event?
So actually, this idea was inspired by a friend of mine named Rob, who is coming out of the closet right now. He is a married man. He's married to a woman, and he has a 14-year-old daughter, and he has really taken many strides in coming out of the closet just as we speak. He's currently
This
making
is the
his-
person that's from Staten Island that has been married 10 years. I did my research. So
Okay.
I got the scoop on that one.
Okay.
And I'm like, yeah,
Cool.
that's heavy.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
It's really interesting, but I'm immensely proud of him. He's really made amazing, he's had so much growth just in the last couple of months, in the last couple of weeks even, in reaching out to his former Army colleagues and his former work colleagues.
Okay, so here's a question I have
Yeah.
for you, right? We live in a society that really just needs to come to terms with everybody. Love is love,
Yeah,
love is love.
of course.
And how is it that is a person born a certain way, or does a person become a certain way? I'm just curious about this, right?
Yeah.
Because here's this man who is married
Yeah.
for 10 years.
Yeah.
And he's now coming out, which
Yeah.
in some form kind of says in my head right away, I go, well, wow, this person's been torturing himself. It's been
Yeah.
living in this self-tortured state for
Yeah.
all these years.
Yeah.
Can you give me a little more insight?
Yeah, I mean, I think that we are all born perfect the way that we are. I also think that, repression is real. I think that society and the sort of influences and the expectations are definitely real. And sometimes that weighs really heavily on somebody. And I know specifically in his case, he felt like he needed to live up to other people's ideals and other people's expectations of who he was. But for myself, as a gay man, I mean, doing this project and really putting this event together has made me look into my own life. And, I'm playing with the idea of maybe I'm coming out as, maybe I'm coming out as bi at the event. I don't think I am, but I do. I've always recognized myself to be a gay man, but I guess the point is to always keep an open mind. Always be open to what the possibility
He's
could
like,
be.
maybe I'll come out. Was that?
Maybe
did
I will,
have something
maybe
to
I
do with
won't.
that? Did I have something to do that? Because I have a conversion effect on people. I can't help myself. I'm just saying.
It's the red nail polish. Yeah.
Of course you would notice that.
Yeah.
He's like, it's the red nail polish.
It's the red nail polish.
Right. So, no, this is great. This is great. I think what you're designing is great because while its origins are based on coming out from the gender,
Yeah.
there's also mixed cultures and
Yep.
there's a multiracialism
Yes.
component to it.
Yes,
So just
of
share
course.
a little bit
Yeah.
about what
So-
anyone would expect visiting this
Sure.
event.
I mean, I'm a lifelong Inwood resident. I've lived there my entire life, and there are a lot of different kinds of people living in the neighborhood. I'm Filipino American. I mean, there are people from a huge Dominican population, obviously. I grew up with a lot of Irish people. The event is all inclusive and all welcoming for, as you said earlier, no matter where you are on the spectrum of sexual identity, but also no matter where you come from, you're welcome to come. And it is, first and foremost, I believe it's going to be a party. It is a party. We're going to have a DJ. DJ Neverland Music is going to be spinning the beats, and we have a lot of food donated by local restaurants, a lot of food and drink. So that's going to be enjoyed as well. And we have artists. We have a person named Carlo Quispe from Washington Heights Arte and Comics, and it's going to be a great time. At the center of the event, however, we're going to have people share about coming out of the closet and what that meant for them and their struggles and triumphs with doing that. So it's going to be a great time, and I really hope that it not only serves to give people a voice of where they are and coming out, or if they've already come out, how proud they are, but also, you know, just be all inclusive of all the members of the community.
That's wonderful. And it's refreshing considering what we've just all
Exactly.
we just all had to
Right.
experience.
Right.
And you know, I just wanted to tap into that
Yeah.
a little bit, and
Yeah.
let's talk just a little bit.
Yeah,
We don't
just
have
a little
much
bit.
time
Sure.
about the Orlando massacre
Sure.
and the impact it's had on your community.
Yeah. So when Orlando happened, this event had already been in full swing in terms of planning. And, you know, for a split second there, after it happened, obviously it was shocking and very sad. But, you know, in those kinds of instances, you have a flight or fight reaction, right? And for a split second, it was, oh my gosh, I'm going to be very visible, and I'm creating this event in the neighborhood, and what could happen? But then that just disappeared,
Right.
you know, and I felt more encouraged to be who I am, and more, you know, vindicated in this event, in this purpose. So we're gonna have a really happy, really, you know, festive event, and I've gotten a lot of support from the Latino community in Inwood. A lot of stores, a lot of restaurants have really shown their support with donations for the silent auction and food for our guests. And it is a nonprofit. It is a we're generating money for an event, a conference taking place at the end in October, at the beginning of October, and that event is a conference called In My Mind, and it's specifically centered around the mental health of LGBT people of color.
Yay!
yeah.
Yay!
Yeah.
Because you know what? You just tapped into something that I've been saying to everyone. It's like we're all focusing on the wrong thing.
Yeah.
The real issue within the United States is mental health.
Yeah.
It's mental health.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm teaming up with a person named Antoine Caldwell from depressedblackmales.org, and he is putting together an amazing conference, and it's going to cover, again, the mental health of, you know, of LGBT people, specifically people of color.
That's wonderful. So
Yeah.
so in addition to honoring and celebrating who we are in identity, it's
Yeah.
actually contributing to a bigger cause.
Oh, for sure.
And of course paying it forward,
Yes,
'cause
yes.
that's what it's all about.
Yeah, education and party.
Yeah, of course we have to add
We
the
got to have the
at
party.
What's
Yeah.
education without
Yeah.
edutainment?
Yeah,
honey?
that's
It's
why I
gotta
know
be-
that you're going to be there, and you're going to have a great time, and you're going to give us some of your TMI.
Oh my goodness, I
Yeah.
would love to. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get the VIP treatment.
Of
right
course.
now. Okay, I'm just like, thank you so much for
Thank
being here
you.
with us.
Thank you.
Awesome. Great work. Thank you, Victor.
Thank you, Rhina.
And once again, the Touch, Moved, and Inspired will be taking place on Saturday, June 25th from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. at Bread and Yoga, located on 5000 Broadway at 212th Street. And for more information, you can email Victor at 3ptline.com. Victor at the number 3ptline.com.